I put you, PineCreek Doug, or Aaron Rock, or any of the most skeptical skeptics in the middle of a worship service of a church of my choosing, and you were instructed to worship along, you wouldn't believe in God. I'm not saying I've proved that there's a God, but you would get it. You would go, I see why Craig believes this. This does actually seem authentically real.
Are you under the impression I've never done that?
15 years ago doesn't count. I know
count?
that you did it at one point in your
How
life
about
and you
10?
authentically see. Okay, that's fine. It still doesn't
How about
count.
8? When does it count?
If I could set the conditions for you, then it would count. And you're free to reject it.
What conditions would you consider to count in order for me to experience real worship? What church does it have to be in?
I can't immediately answer that.
What kind of music has to be playing? What does the color of the walls have to be? You see how this is kind of all silliness?
I was trying to literally describe for him authentically my authentic religious experience. What does he say to me? Oh, I had that exact same experience, Craig. Oh, gee, how convenient, Doug. Well, then you can just dismiss it out of hand. Yeah, I know. But you're telling me that you had the exact experience I'm describing, and then I say I could literally. So he conveniently goes, you don't have to tell me, Craig, I had the exact same experience. Oh, wow, how convenient. So you could just dismiss it out of hand. Yeah, again. See, there's no God. I swear to God, it's so fake, it's ridiculous. But you're telling me that you had the exact experience I'm describing, and then I say I could literally. So he had an experience in a church, and there was music there. Thus, it's the same experience. That's exactly the thesis he ran. But you're telling me that you had the exact experience I'm describing, and then I say I could literally. But he doesn't even have enough integrity to come out and say it. Why? Because he knows it's ludicrous. So he poses out a question. Why? So he can play a stupid head game of jerky chain. If you want to say, I think you're wrong, Craig, I accept that. That's fair. You can tell me straight up. I think
you're wrong, Craig. I think that every experience you had of Jesus was not from a deity named Jesus. I think you're wrong. But now I'm asking you, how did you figure out if you're wrong or right? PineCreek
Doug has had Christians on his channel. I've watched 2.5 years. I've watched almost every interview he's ever had with the Christian in the last 2.5 years. There is not 1 minute of authentic interaction between him and a Christian. Not one.
Yeah, it's it's interesting how we believe some things and don't believe others. Like I'm not excluded from that. Like we have intuitions we have because of our culture, how we were raised. It's like we're more likely to believe one thing over another. And
do you believe? Sorry, it sounded like you're about to wrap up, but I did want to ask: do you think that what you're talking about, these intuitions and kind of the psychology of belief? Do you think I could have came to faith in Christianity because my parents told me it was true, because I had some experience when I was 20 years old that confirmed what my parents told me was true? Mine didn't actually. They encouraged me to investigate for myself. But in this scenario, all of that, like the worst possible scenario that Doug on PineCreek would just have a heyday with on the psychology of belief, do you think all of that could be seeded and it still be true?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that was the main question I had throughout all this, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know how many times where I've had apologists yell genetic fallacy to me. And
it doesn't sound like the way you're using it is a genetic fallacy, but if you were to say, therefore it's not true, then that would be a genetic fallacy.
I don't think you could, if someone took the time and scoured every single minute of content I have, you'll never find me saying that. I could be wrong, but what I do say is that all those reasons you just gave, your parents and the experience and stuff, that doesn't make it false or true, but it ought to cause you to doubt and question.
Oh, we certainly should. And I agree. We agree on that.
Yeah.
That's why I did in seminary. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is fun.
It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. It's funny that you emailed me. It took me so much by surprise, but I guess I should have expected it because Tom Jump mentioned you to me afterwards.